all those doubters, at the end of the day, at the end of the fight, they all gonna cry when they get home. You know, and I hate that. I hate that.
What time is it? What time is it? Terence Crawford!
It's not me.
Yeah.
You know, as much as a lot of people, you know, say we have similarities and, you know, we switch a lot and we fight a lot. He's not me.
Terence Crawford can't stop laughing after watching Canelo Alvarez spar with Jaron Ennis. His reaction has fans talking.
Oh, that's the word, baby.
Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe because this one's going to be good. Now, I have to ask you, did Canelo make a mistake by bringing Jaron Ennis into his training camp? Think about it. That sparring session, which was meant to sharpen Canelo for the biggest fight of his career, may have ended up showing the public more than his team ever wanted to reveal.
Let's go. Yeah. Let's go, baby.
Rumors are flying that Canelo didn't just have a tough time. He may have actually been forced to step back early. Soon after, photos surfaced showing Canelo looking frustrated, with a noticeable lump on his forehead, while Ennis stood beside him smiling. That's when Terence Crawford jumped in. His laugh, his comments, and the confidence behind them turned this sparring session into one of the biggest pre-fight controversies in years. And it doesn't end there. Trainers, boxing legends, and even Netflix have now joined the conversation.
What is there to talk about? You fighting the best fighter in the world. You better be taking it serious. You know, that goes to show, you know, how serious he's taking me and how much he respects me.
When reporters asked Crawford about Canelo bringing in Jaron Ennis as a sparring partner, he didn't hold back. With a smile, Crawford said, "You're fighting the best fighter in the world. You'd better take it seriously." That shows how much respect he has for me. It wasn't just a laugh, it was a message. Crawford made his point clear. If he wasn't a real threat, Canelo wouldn't need Ennis. He wouldn't be flying in young, dangerous fighters that many believe are the future of boxing. He wouldn't be filling his camp with top talent just to prepare. Then came Crawford's mic drop moment. If I was too small or if my record wasn't strong enough, he wouldn't need those guys. But he does. And after September 13th, there will be no excuses. That's not empty talk. That's confidence backed by 41 wins, 31 knockouts, and the pound-for-pound crown.
Because, you know, if I haven't fought anyone, if I was too small, if I was, you know, all these things that all the media say I was, then he wouldn't need these guys to help prepare him to fight me.
While Crawford was laughing, the internet was already running wild with rumors. It started on X, where claims spread that Canelo Alvarez had quit after just 3 rounds with Jaron Ennis. Some fans believed it, others brushed it off as clickbait, but the timing couldn't have been better. Right then, new photos surfaced from the sparring session. Ennis looked fresh, smiling as if he'd just wrapped up an easy workout. Canelo, on the other hand, told a different story. His face was tense, his mood looked sour, and most importantly, a visible swelling stood out on his forehead. To many fans, it didn't look like a man fully in control of his training camp.
¡Ánimo, cabrón! ¡Ánimo, Ale! Wake up! Ready?
Let's be clear, sparring is not the same as fighting. Fighters often switch partners every few rounds to keep the pace up. What looks like someone quitting might just be part of the plan, rotating partners to stay sharp. But when photos tell a different story, fans don't want explanations. They want drama. And this time, the drama exploded. Headlines shouted, "Canelo quit in sparring." Twitter was full of debates, and suddenly Crawford's laugh seemed to hit even harder. The leaked photos quickly became the center of the storm. Ennis looked calm and confident, smiling like a young lion enjoying his moment. Right beside him, Canelo stood stone-faced, his body language tense, with a clear bump on his forehead. To casual fans, it looked like Ennis had dominated him. To boxing insiders, it raised tougher questions. Trainers pointed out that in elite camps, fighters are often pulled from rounds early if they're taking too many clean shots, not because they're weak, but because frustration this close to fight night can be risky. Some even suggested Canelo's coaches may have stepped in to protect his confidence, pulling Ennis out before things got any worse. Then came the photo breakdowns. Fans noticed how Canelo angled his body, almost as if he didn't want the swollen side of his face caught on camera. They also pointed out Ennis's relaxed stance, like he hadn't even broken a sweat. Fair or not, the pictures told a powerful story. Jaron Boots, Ennis looked like the man who got the better of the undisputed super middleweight champion. As fight week approached, one question became impossible to avoid. Was Canelo truly struggling in camp, or was this just the misleading nature of sparring?
Mean shit, man. That don't mean shit. That don't mean nothing, man. Boots ain't no Crawford.
That's right.
So, hey, like I said, that don't mean, all that shit don't mean nothing. That shit ain't gonna help you.
Crawford's trainer, Brian Bomac McIntyre, was quick to shut the talk down. When asked about Canelo sparring Ennis, he dismissed it outright. That don't mean anything, he said. Boots isn't Crawford. Sparring him won't help. He should have just brought in the last cab driver he fought. Boots ain't Bud. They don't share the same mentality.
He should have just got the last cab driver he just fought. Cause that shit ain't gonna, that don't mean nothing, man. All that shit don't mean nothing. You ain't no Bud Crawford.
To Bomac, all the sparring headlines were just smoke. His message was simple. Ennis might be talented, but he doesn't fight like Crawford. He doesn't think like Crawford, and he doesn't have Crawford's experience. If Canelo's team truly believed that Boots was the blueprint for Bud, then in Bomac's eyes, they were already in trouble.
They don't have that mentality. Having that mentality and going upside your head at the same motherfucking time, shit, man. I don't give a fuck about all that shit at all.
Still, Bomac's comments didn't end the speculation. If anything, they stirred it up even more. Fans were now divided. Some believed Canelo was showing real vulnerability, while others thought Crawford's camp was just playing mind games. And that's exactly what makes this story perfect for a fight build-up. The truth is, nobody outside those gym walls knows what really happened. What we do know is this. Crawford's laugh, Canelo's swollen forehead, and Ennis's grin have already written the opening chapter of this mega-fight's drama, and whenever a super fight gets announced, fans always want to hear from the legends. On this one, the boxing greats are split right down the middle.
You can do anymore, but I don't think that's a good idea.
Why?
I just don't think it's a good idea. You know, I don't think, what would he have? I don't know. I just don't think it's a good idea. People thought things crazy like that before. It's just that he doesn't have to do it. He doesn't have to do it.
Even Mike Tyson admitted he's torn on this one. Tyson said, "I want Crawford to win, but Canelo's power and ring smarts make it tough." That's a huge statement coming from a man who knows the fight game better than anyone alive. Tyson even compared Crawford's challenge to the legendary Henry Armstrong, who jumped multiple weight divisions in the 1930s and shocked the world. For Tyson, the opportunity is there, but so is the danger.
And Canelo only need one punch. You know what I mean? That really, basically, that's what it boils down to. I think Canelo only need one shot to change the game or change the fight. Crawford gonna have to stay consistent and win out. Gonna have to get ahead and stay ahead. You know what I mean? And then also looming is the controversy.
Then you have voices like Antonio Tarver, the man who once shocked Roy Jones Jr., who believes Crawford may need to do the unthinkable, knock Canelo out. Tarver explained that one clean punch from Canelo could change everything, and against a naturally bigger fighter, Crawford might not get the benefit of the scorecards. In his words, Bud can win, but he has to dominate. Anything less, and Canelo steals it. Even retired champions like Timothy Bradley and Andre Ward have weighed in. They point out that while Crawford is slick, disciplined, and highly intelligent in the ring, Canelo has plenty of experience breaking down smaller opponents.
Thing. It don't matter if Canelo is on that. He ain't beat no Terence Crawford. You heard it here first. Plus, I look at the performances of Canelo. I look at his last performances. I mean, they've been all right, you know.
The debate has now spread across the entire sport. Is this Crawford's Henry Armstrong moment, or will Canelo's experience and raw power simply be too much? While the legends continue to argue, Netflix is cashing in. They saw the perfect opportunity and jumped on it. On September 4th, Netflix will release Countdown, Canelo vs. Crawford, a behind-the-scenes look at both training camps. And yes, that means the cameras were rolling during those now infamous sparring sessions. Fans are already buzzing about whether the Netflix series will touch on the Ennis rumors. Will they show the photos, the forehead swelling, and the talk of Canelo leaving after 3 rounds? Or will Team Canelo try to downplay it and control the story? The series promises to showcase the mental chess between these two fighters, Canelo, the seasoned veteran with the sport's biggest fan base, defending his throne, and Crawford, the undefeated challenger, lighter in weight but equal in skill, preparing for the biggest payday and legacy fight of his career. And remember, Netflix doesn't just cover a story, they shape it. If they present Canelo as rattled or Crawford as confident, it could sway millions of casual fans before the first bell even rings. And as Fight Night draws closer, it's not just legends and streaming platforms fueling the fire. Active fighters are now taking sides.
Canelo es un boxeador fuerte. Crawford fue un boxeador que está subiendo 2 divisiones. Hay que ver primero cómo se siente en los 6 primeros rounds y después veremos el resultado. Pero creo que es una pelea muy interesante para los 50-50.